Ariana dropped album after my love stream. I mean, it's all according to plan. This thing contains 8 videos of me just contemplating what's going on. Because people are gossiping about Ariana's size. Or we should rather call it eating disorder. So I already prived myself to the album, which is looking to be pretty dark. Pretty repulsive, rather. But whatever I find is whatever I find. It's not new to me to dump feelings on my YouTube channel. I do that quite often, but it's usually in a form of processing emotions, processing trauma, and seeing what I can learn from it. This unfortunately feels like she's hollowing herself out and doesn't feel anything. The world itself feels like it's going through a dark phase, and hopefully there's a light in the end of the tunnel. Most people haven't even caught the idea of what the love stream was about, so let me remind you. It's about a dream that I had where Ari offered to be my girlfriend. I had a lot of celebrity dreams. I had quite a few dreams with Ari as well. And I'm like, yeah, this makes it. It's about time. Maybe with the power of a boyfriend, I can actually flip the script a little bit and turn her frown upside down. Just for you, exclusive, you know, experience. But first we have to survive the music video, which probably not gonna hide the graphic nature of her feelings. I mean, we have been warned. There's a disclaimer in there. To cry again. Should we label her as tear chaser? Because that's technically a thing. To be addicted to sadness. This can explain why she's so comfortable with eating disorder. It makes her cry. Because she is, you know, staring death straight into the eyes. She has to think about it all the time. The context of death does make you cry because, like, you lose loved ones or things are fundamentally unstable. And make you think dark thoughts all the time. Think about the ending. And good versus evil battles in your mind. Where you hope that someone would actually want to save you. Well, fuck me.
But I don't need someone to save me.
Well, that's a problem. It debunks my theory.
'Cause this music.
I mean, she does have to live the not good enough vibe right now. It's not that deep, right? It's pretty obvious. If she didn't make it, she would not be good enough now. Definitely would not be good enough to qualify for her peak performance. Is she trying again? Fucking hell. Does she actually think that people can see through her lies? Because her lies are not that good. Especially when you have tattooed arms. You're already branded yourself. Now, the funny thing is, you can still have a different personality, technically. It is still spicy to try again. Oh my god, you like cigarettes? I like cigarettes too! Damn, that hurts. You always have to look at the bright side, but that hurts. I think it's not the first time this happened, by the way, where she stole a cigarette. Wasn't it the same thing in this video? Now it's lore opened up. Maybe not. So the real question is, how does this escalate to bloodbath? Not good enough. There's more. They're writing something. No sex appeal. But then delusion, because we know what we want. So is she gonna activate the sex appeal though? Nope. I don't think so. I don't know what she's doing. What happened to her chest?
I will never die.
Desperate, they write.
It's such a
Not good enough? I would like to know, like, by how much. What you're looking for and how much she scores.
pavement hurt.
If you were desperate at third attempt, I think it's only worse from there.
Okay. Completely.
It's unmarketable,
What's the word?
unattractive.
What's the
I have a better word. Poverty, because this word actually describes a lot of things. More things than you can possibly think of. Poverty also describes evil behavior, because when you're evil and you're relatively in the poor neighborhood, but you act like a fucking king, you're not poor. That's the funny, you're not poor. You're an asshole. You just want to feel like a winner for a moment. People who can build like big muscles and still hang out in the poor neighborhood, they're also assholes. They're not poor. That's one of the weird things that you can discover by understanding poverty. And the same thing applies to Ari. She is poor. And people are now labeling more, adding more things of like how much this eating disorder actually distorts in her life, like how much it drags down her ability to do the thing that she was doing this whole time, right? All of a sudden, she gets to live that life of poverty, gets to taste it for once. Now, the question, why would she want it? But at the same time, it opens a market for so many other people. See, even though I'm technically not a poor guy, I will never be rich. It's a whole different ballpark to just suddenly become rich. There's actually a requirement, and it's friendship. Friendship that's supposed to grow into you becoming rich. That's the whole, like, portal into becoming rich. Friend into a friend into a friend into a business, into employing your friends, and now you continue grinding and leveling up your business from there. It's a relationship building. And if relationships ain't building, there might just be not enough resources for you to even attempt to become rich. Maybe that window has closed. So that's technically one of the most important themes you have to learn, is that, shit, do I even know? Do I even know? Because, like, why would she want to be poor? Like, that's what we're supposed to learn. What, that you can become poor even after becoming the ultra rich? Like, what's going on? If you follow your heart, maybe that is possible.
word I'm thinking of? Inauthentic.
Because she's like showing the heartless nature of this whole thing that she was successful about, and she's reliving the whole thing. But like, what if I was poor? You know, I would obviously not succeed. So what do I have to do to succeed? And she might actually learn that without friendships and connections, you have nothing. You cannot do it on your own. And then she might actually even figure out but like, this is what gave me money. So like, if I can't eat a lot of food because I'm poor, how am I supposed to get this job again, right? It's like, maybe she's actually simulating a poor version of herself that would suddenly be actually barred out from entry and from being able to get the ball rolling. It is actually quite fascinating, right? Unfortunately, I have my own disruptive, let's call it storyline. No, it's just neighbors, just noisy neighbors, but like neighbors from anywhere you can think of. Neighbors on the roads, neighbors on the following building. You can find noisy, rich people though. But we don't actually take money from them directly, funny enough. We don't label them as rich people. We should be, again, poor people should be uniting and taking a serious look into these, like, questionable human beings. Now, there's another thing that's very important to understand. In today's society, we cannot actually hear what the other person is saying. Whether they're in trouble or not, like, we're not going to actually be able to help them properly. Does that happen in the rich people's world? I don't know. It's just a general thing that might be useful later.
The way you use
The only thing that you're capable of hearing is accidents or things happening that where police has to get involved. Then it sort of goes into the permanent record type of thing. People don't ignore that stuff, but they ignore everything else, even leading up to the police thing. They must ignore everything to not feel guilty, even to try and not participate. But sometimes it's a wrong thing to do to not participate, to not be helpful. It's a complicated thing. All I know is evil flips the script, and well, you were able to be patient with some people. With evil people, there's no reason to be patient.
What do you got? Is you got some personality disorder going on?
Oh my god. Boomer roast is happening here. I mean, I would rather find the nearest mirror and double check that. The only thing going on is that you guys have too much money.
Going on?
I would be pissed now.
Thing? We miss the old you.
Ah, here it is.
Maybe you could
Now we're talking sense
go out
here.
and find her and come back and give it another shot, huh? Well, you should.
We missed the old you. Well, is what it is. I mean, that's very predictable, rather. And imagery not worth chasing after. But yeah, like, people's patience is limited. Except there's one thing that even Ari needs to know. You don't have to kill human beings to kill human beings. Alright, let me fucking give you the course of destroyers of reality. And you can be a destroyer anytime you like. Okay? It's just gonna be different. There's gonna be different level of destruction that you're capable of. You can destroy yourself, by the way. Have you observed cats? Exactly. You can be a cat. You can be an animal. Right? Or a drug addict. It depends. Usually drug addicts are over here. These are like the animalistic, nature-driven destruction evolutions. But my favorite, and the one that I might bump into a little bit, is the alien destroyer type, where I would invent my own language to speak with myself, of course, because it's not like human beings will, you know, approach the idea. But while I can speak with myself out loud in my own language and people will still not understand, no matter how hard they try, that's the cool thing about learning a new language from yourself. And there's just more and more ways. Like, someone like... Have you seen the Palm Beach Pete? Yeah? And you think it's Epstein, right? That guy must be Epstein, and he probably is. But when you become a destroyer of reality, you are untouchable. Humans can't touch you. They cannot put you into jail even, potentially. They can't do nothing. Alright? You might be so sophisticated that you're just doing your thing, and you're completely protected. You know you're safe. That's where you're doing it. That's where you're capable of getting away with crazy shit. Because it's a well-crafted system in general. Right? These are, like, when I say Epstein, I'm talking about satanic destroyers. And I discovered this after I discovered the 4x4 self-improvement matrix where Ariana belongs here. She's demoting herself, though, actively, by being, you know, a weirdo. Demoting herself back to my level, which is, you know, cringe. You're my level, Ari. We can see eye to eye. It's just weird for me, you know, very uncomfortable for me. And potentially all your fans. Luckily, I'm your fan too, so it's good. Maybe I'm even your boyfriend. Maybe the dream came true in mysterious ways. Yeah, I know it's like a weird topic, but someone has to destroy a reality that has to be destroyed. Okay? That is too evil to exist. If when the reality is soaks up with a bunch of evil, the destroyers come to life and pick apart your reality, and so just certain amount of destroyers has to exist. Certain amount of destroyers has to keep you on your toes. All right, and not inspire you to become them, because the god is not gonna like that. Yeah, that's another interesting figure. Like, you would think if you become the best of the best, level 7 human being, like, who are you even? That must be God. He's way better than anyone else. It's also 1 in a million chance to become one. If not more rare than that. Because I don't think any one of us heard about God human. God level human. That one is also an interesting question mark, but yeah. I'm definitely probing some interesting possibilities. She could also have became satanic. Like, Ariana simply has the capacity to do that, to get away with some satanic bullshit that, you know how it looks like. It's satanic ritualism. It's like a lot of the Hollywood is also technically penetrated with this whole evil ideology, but unfortunately, again, some of them can get away with it. And then it's becoming questionable of, like, what if it's a completely different thing instead of evil? Yeah, that's right. Probably destroyers of reality are not evil. Like if you look down here, there's the cripples. The cripples are not evil fundamentally. We actually feel bad that they're crippled, but the problem is they have been ejected by reality one way or the other. It's technically reality ejecting a human being, so they have to become something else than a human, right? If I cannot communicate with human beings and I feel left alone and abandoned, reality will eject me. I will get really, really upset that no human being talks human language of any kind that is, like, substantial in any way. Now, it could be a little bit pretentious because I just operate on the internet, but I do think on the internet is just, like, easier to do. It's easier to operate. It's easier. There's less consequences. Like, you can even send me a nasty message, tell me how much you don't care about this and that and this over there. Like, great. And how much you despise me and my content is not good enough. All this awesome shit. You have the freedom to do that without any serious consequence besides maybe I'll block you and won't hear from you again. I mean, it's not that bad, but you can't really achieve much with hatred either, right? It's better to establish a connection. It's better to say something that you actually thinking about. It's better to be honest about reasonable things, about things that would happen somewhere as well, that's, like, relatively important. Instead of attacking one person, that's not important. Attacking other people, unless you're evil, right? Unless you have evil tendencies to try to manipulate others. Anyway, there's a lot here, but again, I don't think destroyers of reality are inherently evil. They just know how to mess with you. They know how to, even, like, potentially all these satanic people who did perverted things, maybe they haven't done that many perverted things to the point where we're noticing and we can stop them, right? We don't actually know the severity of these, like, so-called crimes. It's just like there's a list of things and there's a list of people involved. It gets weird, right? I don't think destroyers of reality can be evil. So what we're observing here is, well, evil. It's losing your patience and you actually side with evil. Not something I recommend ever, because, again, natural process will lead you into potentially getting crippled, all right? And all of a sudden people have to take care of you. And you're just, like, happily destroying reality. You have to take care of me. Wah, wah, nobody cares about this person in a wheelchair. Wah. You can cry as much as you want and people understand because you're playing a very obvious role, right? Whether you're, like, a blind person, you name it. You're already destroying reality because people have to treat you differently, and that's very difficult for people to do. Let's call this animals, animal section. So if you do practice patience, the reality itself will dictate where you belong, all right? Where you can position yourself. Maybe you'll become Stephen Hawking. All right, and it's weird. Like, why is Stephen Hawking a cripple associated with fucking Epstein, basically? Like, what the fuck is that? Right, that was the weirdest joke ever made. And again, I'm making all these, like, name dropping, but it's, like, better that you don't actually care about their faces too much. Stephen Hawking is that guy in the wheelchair with the robot voice. He's completely crippled. Pretty fucking high level, if anything. And yet he's still captivating audience for some reason. Because he's supposed to be, like, smart. If you're stuck in a wheelchair, you're so smart. It's weird like that. Potentially, you can even traverse the destroyers of reality levels, where you're crippled, but you invent alien technology to, like, find a way to exist despite the, nerves, bodily nerves. That's even a more, like, fictional, weird thing. I don't even know, like, how you would be able to do that. I also don't know if this is potentially endless ability for you to become a bigger destroyer and further away from reality. For me, it's like enough to just dip your toes outside and you already have a pretty strong role that keeps you engaged. Because it's bad enough. Once you're a destroyer, there's no going back. There's really no going back. Yes, some cripples can be cured, and they don't even notice that they're destroyers, right? Those are, like, potentially and very likely distorted examples. They're not, like, telling the actual story of what it would be like to actually be blind. So again, the only reason why I'm telling you guys this is you don't have to become evil to destroy things like these guys. You do not have to be evil to have your revenge, because revenge is inherently a good thing against evil people. Revenge is a good thing. So the best thing you can do is focus on self-improvement. Keep going where you're going. If Ari's going backwards, that's really bad. All right? If she lost her patience and became evil, she's going backwards very likely. It's bad for her, but, I'll be there. I'm watching. Okay? Don't worry about that. That should, help her calm nerves. I'm watching. Just stay alive. All right? This is not good. That's why I have to, like, spend so much time to, like, just disarming evil itself. Because the rest of the scenes are just probably just her bathing in fucking revenge that wasn't really necessary. Now, again, she is, like, hungry, right? If you're hungry, maybe you're probably leaning towards animal, finding just weird ways of survival, right, in the fucking forest or something. Like, I don't know. Bro. Intimidating people, just finding a weird-ass job. But, again, you shouldn't be in a position where you're so desperate where you end up doing this. This is such a connection as well with, like, eating disorder. When you're, like, so exhausted, you do lose patience more easily, I can imagine. Because you project the blame onto everyone else who just doesn't care. They look at you and it's like, well, you're not good enough. All right, so there's so much stuff twisted into this. I should actually, like, add all these, like, words and take a new picture of this 4x4. Because Destroyers of Reality, they do seem to play a role quite a bit. I don't have to wait. It is one of those weirdest things where, like, some bad guys or something that looks like a bad guy, but you can't stop them. You can't do anything about. And it should really make you think that there is something you can do, generally, but there's something that is out of your reach, unfortunately. And usually the best thing you can do is actually protect others. Be this, like, overprotective figure. I mean, I'm trying to play a role in, like, teaching people things that I discover. Everyone is on their journey of being human. Everyone is relatively equal when it comes to their true potential, after all. And maybe they're like more equal than you think when you discover levels, right? It's just fame alone is not going to give you the high level of humanity. It depends on how you use the fame. You can, unfortunately, like, a satanic person who is up here as a destroyer of reality, they're safe. Is everyone else who does his bidding. It's like joining Putin's army. Everyone else who is doing their Putin's bidding dies in the battlefield. The Putin himself is fairly fucking safe, just sitting there in his satanic chair and enjoying the show. That's the fucking difference. The Satan himself, the satanic person himself, the destroyer of reality, does not get in trouble. It's so fucking weird, but that's just how it works. Every time. Despite doing bad things, like a cripple of like, what do you want, attention, cripple? Yeah. He wants attention, and he will get attention from someone. He will get attention from the good people as well, not just the bad ones. Guys, some of you guys will be pissed off that I'm even able to talk like this, right? But I'm just building through my observations of what's going on and what's best describes the things I'm observing in life, okay? All the possibilities are within some kind of spectrum, after all. I don't want to sound too spiritual about this. I don't want to involve too many things that feel weird to, you know, like, non-believers or something. It's supposed to actually explain a lot of things and help you, most importantly, self-improve. That's it. Travel here and understand what your next step is in life. What kind of resources to focus on and where to go in life. Because it's not always up and it's not always sideways. Sideways is when you get traumatized. Up is when you are just being successful. Yeah, trauma can actually level you up. I mean, pretty obvious, right? Technically, these guys are like the least mysterious, and these guys are the most famous examples. These are the ones that would raise a lot of questions, actually. But we already have ingrained in our society, like, cat lady, and this is a good starting point. While we also have in society just aliens, but it's like, who are these things? Are they real? We're constantly questioning as if they are like a fleeting, non-existent thing that we can't grasp properly. So, like, there's got to be something more in terms of destructive power that aliens have. Just, it's scary, you know? And if you think about it, humans can make for perfect aliens just by learning a whole new language, or crafting it, rather. Alright, screenshot it is. This is the new 4x4 now. If you go beyond it, now things get really ugly. Yeah, I simply don't fuck around. If you show evil or display evil, I will have to say, stop and think of what you did, Ari. Uh-oh. You did the most obvious thing. Everyone does that. They lose patience. And what happens? Nothing good happens. Everyone tells you not to do that. Everyone tells you not to lose patience because you will look like the bad guy and you won't be able to catch the actual bad guys to begin with. So that's the ultimate problem. You're not solving the issue here. In fact, you would be much better off telling other women what happened to you. Right? How many times you have already tried to pass the audition, and if they don't feel like they are up to par to your level, they would probably also be able to just give up and not try that hard. Maybe even become your friend, and you'll find somewhere else to go. Right? This is a much better option than losing your patience the moment you relied on some fucking old geezers to tell you that you are adequate for the entertainment industry or whatever the fuck is going on here. Now, also the fantasy itself is not as sunshine and rainbows. First of all, you will not get a weapon in your hands. This fucking convenient. You will not get the geezers just sitting there and taking it while they actually see what you pulled out. Like, you're not... What Ari is feeding you is the whole fucking bullshit scenario where you feel like you're the superior person you can get away with, you know, mass murder without, you know, immediate resistance even. Even ability to kill like 4 people like that, not that simple, alright? Your body's too frail to get away with this shit. But let's go. The more interesting thing is that what does she do generally past that point? Because she has to also say, well, they're dead, so I guess no more auditions. And technically, again, it's weird that you actually prevented the pain or suffering of the other women. Have you thought about the other women properly? Like, it's such a weird thing to do, and to decide to do this. Again, with patience comes great wisdom. The true solutions come way, way later after you process the trauma. Which is technically a requirement and something Ari hasn't fucking done yet, obviously. While Ari is here, the question becomes, what can she improve upon, right? And it's the trauma processing. This is what it's all about. I have processed way too much, alright? And I can't take it anymore. I don't want to process more trauma. Please. Like, I'm already, like, hiding in a fucking corner of reality and hoping that people will stop their fucking bullshit, but they're actually amplifying their insanity. They don't stop. They don't fucking have proper confrontations whatsoever to understand anything. They just, like, accept the initial fucking first sentence someone wants to tell them in their face, and they think that's the whole fucking story because, you know, a privilege to be able to tell more is non-existent. Again, people will not listen to you. People will not fucking hear you for what you have to say. Such a privilege, right? That's where you can find like you must be a rich person. You must be a rich person. You don't expect the conversation to last longer than just simple confrontation and asking you to, like, stop what you're doing. Even at that point, I still feel a lot of pressure. Even at level 4 of trauma processing only that, and there's still so much that people have to deal with that I sometimes find fascinating. Right? I already had to live all this time not getting a girlfriend properly, right? I already had to live all this time to not get a fucking proper job, proper amount of friends, none of that shit. None of that shit that makes life make sense when you compare to other people's lives. And those are just the fucking basics. I also try to, you know, be present with the internet and consume their fucking feedback, which they technically don't have, right? I also expected the internet to be friendly, which it's so difficult for them to do. It's possible, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't evolve into anything. It doesn't have any real value. So I can assure you guys it's the trauma processing that is missing here. But now there's a little bit of missing success as well, because even just portrayal of evil is evil by itself. So that's a problem. That's a fucking huge problem that she's causing on herself, right? Fall from grace is the least I can say. I actually haven't invented the word lust-stained, and unfortunately when you have blood all over your face and on the thumbnail, you put that shit on the thumbnail, that's the lust-stained definition, hands down, top tier. You earned it, Ari. I don't know if you're proud of that. And again, as a boyfriend, I have to, like, take it too seriously, because it fucking is painful to see. Do you think this is exaggerated? I feel like it's exaggerated. Oh! Yay! Okay, that is now female propaganda because all of them are women. And they're so fucking happy because you fucking killed the patriarchy. Now Ari is just genuinely a fucking criminal at this point. In this fantasy, I mean, because you're not just a fucking criminal, but you warped reality to pretend that everyone's just gonna fucking cheer and understand what you just accomplished, quote unquote. Like at some point, the other thing that you should be patient about is, again, like there's potential for like a social pressure. Like who knows what the fuck is the problem here, right? She could just be weak to like social pressure, because if everyone now cheers, everyone has blood on their hands too. Simple as that. Like, you can't just fucking pull this off. And I don't want this to be like, you know, can you sue people for cheering? Like, I don't want this to be like a legal matter. This is just purely immoral behavior depicted all the way through, stemming from just impatience and trying too hard to achieve something that you probably should have just tried a different venue in the first place. Well, yeah, the other aspect you have to fucking worry about is paying attention to what happens to them, what kind of health issues they have. Because you can't outlive these fucking geezers in the first place. That's another advantage you have. Unless they show you a middle finger. Ah, I see, it's a snap. This is generally something you don't want to see during the apocalypse, because this is exactly the imagery that just perpetuates more evil behavior as it already stands. Like, I already expect America to go through apocalypse in the year of our Lord 67. 67, my friends. They're doing it. You know, Trump woke up and it's like, let's bomb Iran. No, we ain't stopping. We're jumping into that war. We need it really badly. And he's probably not wrong, but at the same time, it's like you can see the inevitable nature of the apocalypse. Apocalypse came to America, and now it's ravaging all over the place. And this is just going to add to the fucking bad behavior, bad decisions that people make. They're just going to fucking jump on board on whatever Ari just fucking shipped. And it's very unfortunate, okay? And of course, we're gonna also depict that she is completely within the legal rights to do what she did, which is, unfortunately, have to play the fucking game. There's always a way to get your revenge. Just play the fucking game, and the first part of the game is self-improvement, and not just, like, snapping, you know? This is also confirmation that the eating disorder that she has is just evil. Evil within, okay? And unfortunately that tells everyone else, including me, of like, even if I'm boyfriend material, who cares, right? To not give a fuck, alright? You really want the eating disorder, you even specified you don't want saviors. Great. Alright, you do you now. It's fucking hands-free. I ain't fucking touching this shit. I ain't endorsing that shit in any way whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Absolutely. Okay. So we instantly cut away from reality before, you know, we settle in of like, oh, that was completely legal. It was completely fake too. Let's go.
Are you sure you
I don't think there was a disclaimer when Ortega and Carpenter were fucking slashing each other's throats. Was there a proper disclaimer? Because that shit was kind of way worse, almost. Because it was, like, more consistently... Oh, the disclaimer was all the weapons.
right now?
There was no words. No need for words.
Oh, I'll leave.
I guess it's more like a playful version, so it doesn't feel... the need to make you stop and think. Alright, so, that's a problem. Are we gonna get more problems is the question. Again, I do have to mention any slight endorsement of the depiction of her behavior. Whatever. Dethrone patriarchy even. Even tiny endorsement of this evil. that has been depicted gives you a block instantly. We don't fucking negotiate this one, okay? You don't have the right to corrupt people's brains right in front of me when I'm trying to do the opposite, so. I will actually skip all the likable songs because they don't have anything to offer, funny enough. I will listen to them, like, more times potentially, as well. They're more, like, timeless. If it's accidentally a good song, I don't have to, like, dig deeper, because, like, it's still another gamble that I'm actually taking. If a song is good, like, why would I care about the lyrics too much? It has the potential to dragging down or lowering my expectations. Or crushing my expectations, whatever. Why not 1 through 10? Don't question me on this one. I want to believe that the love I never got is real. This is some scary shit, guys. Keep getting breakup songs about you. Like, what? And now it's too specific. Bad guys all go to hell, so that's nice thing to hear, you know, common sense. Oh, so apparently she's talking to a bad guy, so that's a problem. See, I'm telling you, you focus on this fucking song and it's over. Because one of the things I want to do desperately, just as a human being, is own things. Own beautiful things. If I can own even a single song from this album just because I had a dream, that's a big deal. It helps keep the connection going. It feeds into the fantasy that I have. Yeah, it's below average even, so it's not very good. Pretty washed out. Pretty bad intro for the whole thing. Warning signs sound promising, I guess. Kiss Me sounds pretty weird. I never kissed anyone, I think, in a dream. Because to me, I care about symbolism, not so touching them in any way in particular. Because again, I know, like, relatively when a dream is a dream, right? No need to do anything shady. Like, crazy things already happen. It almost distracts from the actual connection if you get away with a fucking kiss in a dream. So to me, this is not. But at the same time, I don't know. If I try to own, I would love to own Paddle, but it looks like it's the, you know, the thing. There is that something like to talk about, like, ownership. You would think it's just about money, but nothing is about money in the end of the day. Nothing. Money is just an illusion that tries to keep things together, but, like, you can't build relationships through money. You have to want to own the song, and everyone must agree of, like, yeah, that makes sense. Right? That's true ownership. When people understand why you're trying to own something. Money is just something that you can bet with. Something you can use as a leverage to own something. Like a finite resource that not everyone has. But generally speaking, everyone should have just enough to make those bets. Which is why even money is not good enough to even do the betting thing. Because it's also, like, it's complicated. It's such a dirty thing. Especially when there's, like, rich people that have infinite amount of money, seemingly. So ownership becomes very complicated. If you're a billionaire, you can own everything. And what's stopping you? So it's better to, like, equalize the playfield and give it another meaning, which is you own things that you really care about, that seem to resonate with you in particular. And so at any point, I can just make my own song. I can even make covers of someone else's song and own a piece of it to some extent. I own it. I did it. I can own viewership of that thing. There's even like cheat codes to that. So I can just sing my own song, make my own song. That sounds very similar. Inspired, right? So all of a sudden, the ownership through money gets challenged by ownership through effort. But obviously the story doesn't stop there. It's almost like a spectrum. Oh. Oh, I want students. This is way close to what I'm looking for. This is so fascinating because you want that surreal experience of still reading someone's letter, right? You want that old school surreal experience because this is kind of what's going on if letter happens to like drop in my inbox. Again, I know it pisses everyone off when you try to own too many things, when you're too excited about delusions or whatever, but now there's also too much confidence for me to say whatever the fuck I want because no one's holding me back, so you must understand it's unhinged mode, okay? And I just love the idea of you can still read someone's letter because you just don't know where the letter has to go yet. Like, the letter hasn't decided yet. You're just reading it already, though. They have to write it. They have to turn it into this lyrical composition. Well, you see it over there. It's a letter, but it can turn into, you know, its maximum form with technology and everything. It's weird. Do you know what I'm trying to even tell? When you're not owning something, you just feel a tiny version of it, insignificant version of it, old school version of something. All right, so far, 100% ownable, but then it's weird. Okay, boyfriend. That's some scary shit. Okay. Hammer smash, it's over now. This is my song, okay? 11 too. 11. 11's a big number. Remember? I had the dream 11 days ago before this album was released. Wow. Holy shit. The shivers. The fucking... Ding, ding, ding. You win. You win. It's fucking game show. Bullshit. What the fuck? Ugh. Well, I got what I wanted, guys. Alright, now I can sit quietly and just, see what the rest of the show is about. What the fuck is this? In my dreams. In my dreams. Imagine that, guys. See, one of the weirdest things that I expect dreams to do is dreams supposed to connect people. It's not supposed to just give one image to one person and a completely different narrative to the other person. They just do their own thing. I feel like dreams are relatively connected somehow. Fucking crazy, bro. Staircase? I don't know. It could be slightly different, you know? Because she sees me and I see her. It's very different. What the fuck is this, bro? I have to even, like, make a post about it. Because it's so convenient. You know? It's one of those, the weirdest thing as well. It's like everything you do will be used against you because he's observing you and you're observing her, and it's just fucking endless mirror right now of responsibility. This is fucked up, man. I don't know what staircase you're talking about, though. That's fish. This staircase? Hands. I can't believe they're being right there. It's so weird. Why? I'm not gonna question too much. And that's the weirdest thing. How can you in love twice, though? But at the same time, she could go back to that old boyfriend, right? Whatever. I mean, I heard a rumor, and the rumor slapped me, okay? It's not fun. Yep. I know I know what she means when it's like noise. Cause I have to fucking suffer today as well.
Can you feel it in my body now?
That's a big threat that celebrities can cause.
Have you been this?
Yeah, this is like 100% ownership with maybe a few question marks. I mean, it resonates a little bit too hard, rather. With a fucking hammer hit as well. Because just like mentioning a dream, you know, which is the only avenue I had. It is weird, like, your real nightmare, I guess. Yay! I have no reason to give it a score. I just own it. Alright, so I got what I wanted. Let's keep going.
I just wanna stay.
It's like there's real aria for 1 second.
But can you keep me
But can you keep it? That voice, bro.
safe?
It's somewhere out there, guys. The one that you like. Oh boy.
This time.
Because you want that strength to come out of her. Like, you want it so bad. But what's the hurdle is the question. Well, she don't let you have it no more. She displays that she don't want to give it to you. It's so weird, bro, I swear. Again, I'm stuck in a circumstance where I'm like, shit, what do I do? Because, like, now I own a song as well. I deeply understand the mystery behind a song, including the fact that it was 11, right? Even that was weird. I understand the number. Like, what the fuck? It mixes very nicely as well because, like, okay, I own a song and I can remember it was 20th when I did the thing, right? I can clock back from 31 minus 11, 20th when I had the dream. I can always remember now. Oh, she's doing fine, bro. She's doing a good album here. That's the cool part.
Corrective experience. I just wanna stay.
See, the funny... I know it would make her better if she stops focusing on fucking real boyfriends and starts trying to claim something that, first of all, only her heart understands, by the way. So far I'm satisfied with just the album itself. Like, it's good service for the fans, despite the fucking, you know, shock value. The beat could be improved, how about that? Can you keep me safe this time? That's a pretty strong statement. I feel harassed. I feel under attack. Hyperventilation activated. Oh boy. This is some shit, man. Like, again, now this video will help you through a different perspective see a whole different thing, I think. Why is it 1 minute, though? Interlude, okay. Does it make a sound my pain? That's complicated. I do... That was kind of the whole vibe, though, of just like, well, I was hearing her everywhere. And it made me think. Imagine the scenario, you're stuck in a job and you hear a radio playing, and sometimes Ari comes on and it just kind of messes with your brain a little bit if you hear what you want to hear. But at the same time, it's such a humble experience for anyone else to see, just a hardworking person, right? Every single time. A person who's just throwing money and making people work hard. If they're a good person, they would be humble to see that, you know, work is done. And even more humble to see how, like, a family member, a young family member is dragged into hard work as well. To me, it doesn't even, like, apply, because I'm supposed to not do, like, physical labor. It's, like, fucking, what is that? Like, I'm a smart person. Why would I do that? Why would I end up doing that? It's not enough friends, again. You can't even do, like, miniature amount of business without enough friends. I am obligated to say that there was Indian guy who tried to fucking pull me out. But, I didn't take it too seriously. It is an attempt after all. I still remember it. It's still a humbling experience. That someone even try to be friendly, like it's tough. Without friends, you don't got that business influence. Again, the other reason why it's worth just owning one song is because, again, you can get a little bit too greedy. Everything is just unstable like that. And she can be singing about anything at any time. All right, she can be switching targets with a snap of fingers. Her heart could be at 12 different places at once, right? So if I can actually capture just one song perfectly, I don't care about the rest. And again, if she is in 12 places all at once, those could be equally challenging other people, right? That are equally as good as I am, but then, like, who cares, right? It's fascinating what a heart can do, how a heart can split into different, let's say, letters for potential lovers as well. I mean, this could be, for me, like a phase where I have to, like, now fight my way through to be the chosen one, and not just 1 in 12. Right, I have to feel the fucking distance still. That there's still more to do. Because you can, like, use distance in a valuable manner. Like, I always find women to be manipulative, but at the same time, distance can help you grow. And sometimes women close the distance, and you still feel like there's still distance. You know, you don't feel, like, so connected, despite them interacting directly to you. So that's one of those things you have to take seriously. The heart is a weird thing. It does not live inside you. It lives all over the place. That's one of those things that makes dreams believable as well, because it's technically maybe your heart gathering or coming back to your body, potentially, and so all of a sudden there's a shock visualization that you have to go through, you have to process. Your heart came back because you're tired. You're not gonna go and do anything anymore. So your heart don't have to fucking send messages of any kind. See how reality can be so complicated? I'm trying to, like, process every single bit of it. I'm not gonna let go any single bit because anything gives me an advantage. I could actually, like, compare these, but I feel it's just like it's weird. What? Yeah, the best thing that could happen is I feel threatened because I like some other song that throws me off. It's the only commentary I'm ready to do, actually. Even about bad stuff, like, this is some weird shit. I gave sex to that guy over there. It's like, okay. It's very repetitive. It seems like something very tiny, insignificant is being coded here into a song, and it's nothing. Today I feel like I could own 50% of. It's very like a fragile song of, like, since she was named Homewrecker, like, it's tough to live like that. You don't want unstable relationships no more. It is notable that people tune in to, like, the last part, the finale part, and it was, like, more coherent in that sense. Also, the thumbnail clip, I guess, doesn't even matter. It pisses me off because it's like, well, you're intentionally missing most of the context. But I think NPCs have to get used to that when they only see, like, the ugly parts and the very good parts, but they don't get to participate necessarily too close. They can only be like, yes, that guy deserved it. I guess that's pretty cool. They don't get much of that action. You can only be in, like, everyone's lives for a tiny amount of time. The biggest mindfuck is, like, what if I become Mr. Beast all of a sudden, right? Every story matters because the way someone becomes something and the amount of interactions they have made previously. is that guy actually wrote a comment under your video and said, whoa, there's a lot of weird parts about fame. Because people react in such a weird, fake way almost. They're mesmerized by someone's popularity and then frozen by their politics, paralyzed by their politics. They don't cheer for politics. Okay, so yeah, another heart over there, because sex for that guy as well. See, I own a pretty fucking clean song, rather. Been busy keeping your girl inspired, of course. Cheating involved there. See, the funny thing is, if sex for that guy, it's kind of like an insult because she don't look sexy, okay? That's the problem. There's nothing to take from here. If you're into sex, then walk away, buddy. Walk away. Not right now. You don't look good when you do that. It don't matter how famous someone is. If you want good sex, I mean, you don't take it from Ari right now. You don't take it from eating disorder person. They have to be, like, generally balanced and just look good. Like, it's the most basic shit you need. So I will insult anyone else's ownership of whatever the fuck they own based on the context or using the context. Alright. Keep it going, I guess. Pedals twice. Lyric video. Oh, likability was trash. Probably like a 2. I just started paying attention to lyrics and... Again, it's too cryptic. There's nothing that I would care about personally. It's like a heart for a biggest fan or something. Freak of nature level fan. How about that? Yeah, it's like talking to a fan, right? It's kind of like a song to all them haters. But everyone's a fan, alright? Even the haters are fans. You cared for some reason. I got a comment that someone doesn't care about Ari, and it's like, but that's this dedicated video for Ari, so I don't know why you're here. I don't know why he's so fucking upset. It's not like he's my subscriber, I don't think. People are overly grandiose over things that they don't care about, and it's just so laughable. Because it's the most unstable thing to not care about things. Unstable in terms of, like, it's borderline evil. There's nothing to brag about. This feels like a dedication. Again, when she's singing about something uplifting, everything becomes wholesome and the whole song becomes more enjoyable. It's just a pattern that never stops doing its thing. This is cryptic enough to where, like, it doesn't say anything. Just slightly above average, but lyrically very empty. Never also ever have I heard the real Ari pop out for even a second, so like, shit. Just that song, please, okay, guys? You can still submit blessings. I didn't really get one, so... I mean, I could be wrong, and this could be, like, too early for that shit. It's like, yes, I will feed your delusion. Okay, dude. It sounds weird. So, take it with a grain of salt. But I did got hammerhead, so I don't know. You have to evaluate that too. This is kind of like for every non-fan that would still care for Ari. See, that's a funny thing about this album. I can own the entire album as well. Just because it's favoritism, guys. Favoritism. I'm winning this battle anyways. No one comes close in likability of the song, nor the overwhelming nature of the song. Where it's like, wow, that heart over there, that one's pretty fucking crazy. Fuck yeah, champion. Let's go, let's keep going. I don't know if Ari has this like natural nature to just let nature run its course, and whatever song comes out of the bakery is what you get, basically. It's however she feels in that moment. So again, I still feel there's something wholesome about this. Even if you get slightly above rating. This one's just deadline average. Maybe I even dislike it a little. To create a song like that, there's one aspect that is like devastating for potential lovers of like, well, this probably is a goodbye. You have to kiss me like it's goodbye though. That's why I'm like, yeah, maybe what if I owned the entire album after all, just like I hoped that I would do. This is the last song. This is it. She's gonna talk to that gay man. The Zoinks man, the Zach Sang, and probably spill even more beans. I wonder what color she's... She kind of wore pure red, imagine that. Back in that day. She has to still be creative and not do the same thing twice. That's tough, considering, you know... Fucking wear suit and tie, bro. Then I fucking gonna lose my shit. Alright? I think everyone will lose their shit at that point. Well, not really. No one loses their shit. No one has shit to give nowadays. It's fucking pissing me off. I can make the most outlandish prediction or request. Ari can fulfill that outlandish prediction or request. And nobody will fucking care. I swear to God. Alright, so far this one's tough. Still very tough. Yep. Still very tough. This feels like, you know, closing in the distance type of thing. Every X disappears, yep. Okay, that's tough and scary shit. That could still be 100% owned as well. But it's rather just solidify ownership of the whole album, which, again, I predicted. I predicted that this was possible, that this was likely, and it hits hard, bro. Yeah, the other aspect about, like, love letters, right, is the unknown. The unknown is very sexy as well, very mesmerizing. Of, like, how love can work in mysterious ways, connect people in mysterious ways, and it's like, oh, yeah, that guy over there. But I'm not gonna say just yet. You know, it's, fuck, that is the most disgusting type of love where we kind of know, we're kind of vibing and we're kind of messing with everyone else about it, you know, because that sort of boyfriend is the worst, okay? It is the worst. Like, she has a boyfriend, she knows, I know, we know, but we're messing with everyone around of like, nah, you guys don't get it. You guys don't fucking understand. This is the worst you can do. The fuck you love. Devastating. I would love to have some of that. It's probably like one of those like high level things as well. Like I was messed with one time. It felt like I have, you know, considering what I consider exes rather. They messed with me. They gave me a little bit of that fuck you love. Because they messed with me by having relationship with my best friend. Like, imagine that shit. If someone is together with someone else, they can just swap phones and pretend to be each other, basically. Of like, oh, you're sending these messages to my girlfriend, basically. It's like, whoa. But then it could be double cross where it's her playing the role of the boyfriend, even the boyfriend doesn't actually get access to her phone. It's just like fucking mindfuck is available. But this is just fucking demo version that my friend generated. Imagine the fucking worldwide version. In a way, like, unfortunately, I think, like, half of the way I got gotten. Okay, I didn't get to choose which Powerpuff to fucking snatch. I just got gotten, guys. I don't know. I hope that's not relevant, honestly.
I need ya. I'll make sure
Fuck is that?
every second
I won't let you down as a strong statement here. Yeah. But we need that fuck you love.
something so sweet.
Yep. Again, my mental condition, I am 100% mesmerized. It's over for me now. Uh-oh. One thing I feel insecure about, I never reveal, like, I can reveal my face, I don't reveal my body. So, Ari may be playing it safe, and it's like, well, fuck you. Until you reveal the body, then we'll vibe. Like, anything is possible. I have to play with invisible fucking opponent here. I just have to play the game for the game that it is, in the end of the day, right? And if I feel like I'm winning, like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's keep going. Yeah, sometimes ownership is signing a contract. You own it in these conditions, if you like the conditions. If you like the whole album, you can own the whole album. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. You know, there's additional conditions, there's some weird shit. Dreaming about the taste of me. At least you'll have... She did it again. She said about the dream. It's so fucked up. But the problem is, this is pre-planned. Like, this whole album, like, took quite a while to build. And yet, this is fucked up. Oh, it happened again. Yes. Fuck off. Like, she knows. Like, she knows what it's like. She's describing the exact thing. It's so fucking annoying now.
Over me.
Just feels a little sassy, doesn't it? Alright, so that fucking works out perfectly for me. Except for that. Honest, that also works out for me because we got to yap for 30 minutes. So I think that is the best song. Kiss Me. The lovers. No, they attracted to just the idea. Because, of course, right? If you're attracted to the song, it's like, yeah, that's for you. It's for you, actually. And she will tell you to kiss her because probably life is changing dramatically past this point. Damn, I really get to feel like a boyfriend for once. What the hell? Alright, see you guys next time. This is the ending part. We're gonna replay the song. What the fuck was that? You know? I knew it. I knew exactly what this album is gonna be about. And I own it. That's it. I was ready for this. But shit. What next? What's gonna happen next though? What do we do now? Well, that's why I would just celebrate and wait for the next thing to happen. What the frick, man? I wonder if like people have seen this and then saw the album first. If you thought the same thing. Okay. It's like, well, you didn't give me blessing, but she's doing fine with that in that department. I don't know. I don't prefer this like perverted teach me stuff. It's so annoying to me that women drown in it so much. Never used to be like this. Yep. I want to read in Your whole vibe shifts. Should be some... Okay. I like this because, like, wait, this whole time you've been this fine. Damn, that's pretty bad. No. No, I wasn't. That's the whole fucking point. People improve over time. Or lose access to spectacular resources sometimes either. Only now we're in the same wavelength, on the same level, and things can actually happen. Only now the universe would not slap you in the face and be like, you can only be her friend. Relax, buddy. No, it no longer can do that. It's just... Yeah, there is, like, again, this big question mark. Like, why would you say it's a bad thing? Why would you call me a nightmare if I own this? Like, that's the... But the funny thing is like, it's not explained in any way. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. And could just indicate, like, overwhelming stuff. Unfair how much is a bad... Like, if it's not explanatory, then it's just a strong feeling crafted. Again, shit like this throws me off. Like, man, what the fuck? Body language? All this stuff. Like, I'm an internet computer boy. But, you know, you happen to make things with your hands. You don't have to play into her trap, you know, sexualizing everything. You happen to make things with your hands. You happen to make content that teaches something. Like, see how twisted it is? Again, there was no staircase, though. That's a problem. Shit, I said 100%, and it's like 75%, I guess. But again, staircase can be interpreted quite a fascinating way. Staircase of self-improvement? You going down, me going up? That's even cooler. No, there was not ever a staircase in my dreams. What was the third one again? No, it was a mirror. Like, there was not a single staircase, unfortunately. So it could hit me like a fucking ton of bricks 10 times harder if there was a staircase. By the staircase is plausible. Funny enough, plausible. There's staircases everywhere, you know? Yeah, there is, you know, before I fucking put my foot down, it bothers me that I can't 100% own this one. Even though it sounds good, but it's fishy to me. I might switch. Again, even this one's tough, bro. This one's really good. Through all the noise, like, that's so important for me. And it's not like boyfriend, just boy. Just through all the noise. But then it's like fucking perverted all of a sudden. But then it's like referring to this song. And now it's a threat. It's so close. I want to hear that, like, it's unfair what I have to go through, but at the same time... And it kind of draws a very interesting line as well, where she has to kind of look down, but comprehend that, yeah, everyone would look at me and have to look down. It's like, you went through some shit, I guess. I would have the nightmare energy. Not a dream, like, people have dream energy when they have a lot of resources and they look nice. And they, appear like little Ken dolls. Like, that's a dream boyfriend, you know? So I do understand that I'm probably on a different side of the spectrum here. And it's a bad thing. Like, if you relate this to circumstances in general. So this whole song would be named, man, these circumstances suck ass. Oh, she adds let's go. Let's go. I mean, there's this weird aspect of tattoos owning pieces of her body and fucking consciousness. That's bad enough. Can't I own a song or an album? Yeah. Money ownership makes you more money if you like money. But there's so many other types of ownership, isn't it? You know what this song feels like it belongs to? It belongs to anyone who actually cares. Anyone who's kind of like me, but not good enough. You know? It's like people who expect her to do well. Those kind of people who don't, like, live in the present. So I don't want to own this, I think. But then there's this fucking dream thing. And this is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, this gave me so many good feelings though. It's so annoying. I want this one way more than a song that has bad written all over it, you know? It's like she can have her own like contemplation moment. She can have it for herself, you know? Yeah, I own it. And I give it to you. Yeah, 75%. Just, you can have it though. I'll take that one. She has a lot of things to contemplate about because she and I went through trauma. But at the same time, this trauma can be, you know, patched with a bunch of money and fame. Sure. Easy. Oh, and not to mention love. Yeah. You can throw these resources and patch everything that all the pain away. Fuck yeah, dude. Again, she puts it in such interesting way, like it, and I don't see a single flaw in this song. Like it's so fucking smooth, right? So fucking cool. I think I want that one. It is dangerous though, because it's the hypnosis song, you know? What? Don't put me back to sleep. Yeah, dude. Like, she opens up, I've been dreaming of you, and that's it. That's all I need. In a song, right? Because that's the full context. Perfect. Yes. This is also quite an interesting thread, you know, is that why people get married? Because they would never be able to get over each other? Fascinating. She would give a song number 10, you know? She would get that smirk in there. Everything is sexualized. All the numbers are sexualized. So number 10 is like fucking best gift for anyone nowadays. That is so fascinating. Like, this is so correct, right? Like, they know. I think it's actually hard to crack this one. Like, hold your breath. Why would you hold your breath? Well, because you don't know what's gonna happen. It's like, don't worry. I won't let you down now. Like, everything is so smooth, so perfect with this song. Except Beneath You is kind of weird. But I'll take it. You will be. That one kind of kills the vibe. You will? I already did, no? But I probably won't stop, though. I really don't see why this is not perfect. Get Me. Do these things actually connect into some kind of message? I don't want to read too deep into this. Vibe Learn. Have. Time Bats Nightmare. Butterfly, yeah, Teenager. I don't think it does anything. But while this whole thing is like recursively messed up with, like, whatever the fuck this edition is. Like, this is such a dirty song to try and own for me, and this is just way better. Get me. Alright, guys. Oh, fucking hell. Well, it's over. We went overboard 25 minutes, but it takes time to process all of it properly. People are actually putting this at second place of popularity. Okay. The least popular... No, there is none. I mean, they basically get same amount of views. So I actually would like to check after, like, a few weeks. But it's like, just keep an eye on this. This is kind of interesting as well. And you can just bless me by clicking this one. That also works. See you guys next time.